you ever found yourself stuck in a cycle, promising yourself that this year will be different, only to feel that familiar pressure creeping back in? Are you already wondering if you're gonna stick to your goals and plans this time? Or is it gonna end up just like last year? Maybe you're already struggling. It's almost the end of the first quarter of the year, after all. Maybe you're so overwhelmed you haven't even started planning yet. But let me ask you this. What if the problem isn't with your goals, or even you? What if the way you're thinking about time is what's setting you up for failure before you even begin? Now stay with me, because by the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to stop the cycle once and for all. Let's be honest, how many times have you set a New Year's resolution only to forget about it by the end of February? Or maybe you've told yourself that you'll get serious later, when the timing is right. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we treat the start of a new year like a magical reset button? Like somehow between night and day, we're gonna forget about everything. Our baggage, our hobbies, our mistakes, only to feel defeated when reality hits. When you figure it out that you're still the same person. You're still doing the same hobbies, the same mistakes. You still love the same things. You're still thinking the same way. Here's the hard truth. Thinking about time the way you're thinking is what's setting you up for failure. What if I told you that there is a better way to think about time? I know how it feels. Stuck, overwhelmed, stressed because of the time. The clock keeps ticking and the goals only gets farther away. But I also learned that the way we frame our goals will make or break our chances for success. Most people plan for the year ahead, hoping it will magically fall in place. But that's the exception, not the rule. Real progress comes when you stop looking at the year like this massive, intimidating thing, and you start breaking it down into manageable pieces, like semesters or quarters. Here's where everything changes. Stop thinking about this year and that year and the next year. Instead, ask yourself, what can I do today that will make tomorrow better? What can I do this week that will make the next week better? The next month better? And trust me, this small change in thinking is powerful because it removes the pressure of perfection. You don't need to look at the last month to determine the next one. You don't need to look at the last year to determine the next one. You only need to look at today. And when you go to tomorrow, then you'll think about that day, and so on. You don't need to conquer the entire year. You only need to conquer one day. Now, the best thing about this is when you approach your goals this way, you will stop procrastinating. When you sit down on your keyboard and you need to only write one page, it will be the easiest job in the world. When you sit down or try to sit down on your keyboard, thinking about the book you need to write, about the publishers and everything you need to go through, trust me, your mind will find every single way possible to avoid that task. It's just too much. That's why you can look at every brain research and you will find that even though our minds are great, they're so complicated, yet we can only focus on one thing. If you're reading, you'll either read or you'll be spacing out in your dreams. You will not find yourself doing both. Sometimes you'll be reading this and that, and you'll do this. You'll try to remember what you read, and it's not there. Our minds are very limited when it comes to goals per minute or goals per hour. We have only one space for one thing to do. When you approach your goals this way, something incredible happens. You stop procrastinating, you stop overthinking, you stop being overwhelmed. Suddenly it's not as stressful as before. Suddenly you're happy to do whatever you decided to do today. That's living in the present. And your mind is happy to help you. You don't need to think about yesterday. You don't need to think about tomorrow or the next day or the next month. You don't care. Your mind doesn't care, and suddenly you're the happiest worker on earth. That's loving what you do, that's doing what needs to be done. That's discipline, and that's consistency. What can I do today that will make tomorrow better? Now, you might be thinking that this is too simple, but trust me, it's not. It forces your brain to think about immediate actions rather than far off abstract ideas. It keeps you grounded in what you can control right now. And I'm not saying to not write goals, I'm not saying to not think about the future. All I'm saying, when you decide to do that only once. Right? Everything you need to do, all the big things you need to have. You wanna write a book, you wanna record 100 videos, you wanna do this and that, only once. Break them down into mini goals and then tackle one task each day. Every day has its own tasks, nothing outside of it. You've already done the thinking. Every time you start thinking and start wanting to change or to jump or feeling that it's too hard, stop it. You trust yourself that you did the thinking process before. So you need only to trust that whatever you're doing today will help tomorrow become better. And by the end of the year, you'll have everything that you decided to do, or at least close to it. If your focus is to build momentum this month, you will not believe where you're gonna be by the end of it. When you try to push a car, it's much easier to keep it rolling than when you started pushing. You start to push and it's really hard and it's really slow. But once you pushed it to a certain speed, it feels light. That's what's called momentum in physics. Even our minds need momentum when doing things. It's the same thing. So here's my challenge for you. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop thinking about time, because you don't need more time. You need clarity. Ask yourself, what is the one thing that you can do today that will make tomorrow better? Thinking this way, everything will change. More doors will open. You will no longer feel stuck or overwhelmed. And for the first time, you will see real, measurable progress. This year will not be the same as the last year, but it will not change on its own. It didn't for the last few years, right? So, what are you gonna do about it? The choice is yours. Thank you for watching this video. The way I do things is I read a book, I see a seminar or a video that is really inspiring, and I write a script about it and make it into this. So if you like this kind of content, subscribe and come discover what this channel can be in the future. If you like the video, please leave a like. It will help the algorithm to push this video more. Again, subscribe if you'd like to see more. Leave a like and a comment. It will help. And yeah, thank you all for watching and see you all next time.